Hello, yeah, I kind of buggered up the music there, sorry guys, because I was busy looking at the YouTube chat. I didn't realise I did so many vids, Fompard. Crikey, 1,104 videos, wowzers. Yeah, guess not many people like it though, because I haven't even got 6,000 subscribers, yeah, go figure. It happens, I guess. I suppose most of them are streams though, to be fair, because I do a lot more streaming than videos. But anyway, I digress. Hello, Asia. Hello, everybody in Asia who is watching. All 7 of you so far. We are going out today in Prove Your Skill number 4. That's right. We only finished Prove Your Skill number 3 like yesterday. But we're going out today with Prove Your Skill number 4. Oh, excuse me while I just answer a work question. Sorry. We are following RN. Oh, there goes. They're set to go out on the hour, and they're going to go out on Halas. So let's have a look at Halas. Might as well. Oh, I got it. I should have it somewhere. Or at least I thought I had it. I don't have it. Look. Oh my giddy aunt. I think I have it in here. As a different type of replay. He says, and then can't find it. Oh, I do. There you go. We got it's Raptors video. That's it. It's not the. Fortunately, it's not in Supremacy, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, we know where the bases are anyway, don't we? Let's be honest. So let's have a quick flyover on Halas and see what we can possibly expect. So if we get up high, basically, if you start from this spawn, if you've got a light and a medium, normally the clans like taking those into this middle-ish area. Sometimes over onto this ramp to overlook the sea. You can stay hull down here basically if you've got tank gun good depression with good gun depression, and you know you can put a bit of pressure on. Sometimes they like to pressure sea again. Nice hull depression here, but the problem is you can get smacked from the side. I do see some clans taking positions around here, just in case those mediums or lights spot. They can get tanks popping across here, and you can get good shots in. Not only that, you can possibly get shots in across there, and you can, on some extent, reset the A cap, which just sits around this area. I see a lot of clans going in, fast capping here with a heavy like an E5 or an IS4, then getting down into like these grooves either side and pushing up into a nice haul down position here to put the pressure on the B cap, which sits just there, here, just sits here. And they like, some clans like doing that, but not all. And you get to find that on certain servers like Asia, a lot of clans like going to the C cap and trying to flank round. There is some fast capping at A and B, but it all depends. On EU, for example, we have a lot of the brawling in this area, to be perfectly honest and frank with you. Same with Asia, we do get a lot of brawling around here as well, but that's generally where we get a lot of the brawling. Halas, wow, it's not a massive map, to be honest. It looks big, it's got some great positioning, and you know, it'll be interesting to see what strats they employ on this one. We're going to do a quick flyover of Yukon, very quick, because it's 5 minutes. We've just got the invite for the room. That's a great match for you, by the way. So let's have a quick view of Yukon. Do I have Yukon in here? I should have it. Oh, typical. No, I don't. So we're not going to do a view on Yukon, but the chances are we probably don't need it. We are going out with RN, as I said. So it's RN against OW 10. I'm just going to ready up then jump out the room. OW 10. I don't know who OW 10 are. Let's have a quick look at them. See what the win rates are. So we have RN, which have a win rate of 66.81%. They're a really good team. And then we have OW10, who have a win rate of 43%. So hopefully they're going to turn up, and hopefully they're not going to be too worried or scared off. It can't be nice being in what effectively is a low win rate clan being sort of teamed up with who, if the truth be known, I believe they're the leaders on Asia at the moment. I just need to check that because there was... No, they are still the leaders. So, you know, it's not going to be nice rolling out against the leaders. So if L10 don't turn... Oh, they are going to turn up. That's nice. I like to see that. As I say, if they don't turn up, I'd understand their reasoning behind it. But, as I say to all clans who enter, just give it a go, guys. You never know what will happen, is the honest answer. So it's always worth giving it a bash, because you just never know. Neither team have readied up yet. In fact, L10 have only got 2 players at the moment. I'm hoping they'll turn up and give it a bash, because it's always nice to do that. But we will see. No point getting too excited yet. There's over 2 minutes to go. RN aren't even scheduling their meta selections yet. Ooh. Come on, L10. Make a showing of it, guys. You know you want to. I want you to, anyway. So far, Mama Tank and Rahul are the only ones for L10 to turn up. We aren't seeing their queue, however, because we're sitting with RN. So we don't get to see who's in the queue, because we're sat here on this side. But there's still a minute and a half to go, so they've got plenty of time. As I was saying, it can't be a nice experience when, you know, you register your team and then you look at the draw and you find out that you're paired up against basically the leaders. I mean, it's got to be slightly demoralising, bless them. Even more so if Rahul doesn't have a tier 10. He needs a tier 10 because you can only enter the game with a tier 10. Can't enter it with the tier 9, I'm afraid. I don't think they're going to show. We're at half a minute almost. So I don't think it's going to be a showing. Oh, then a readying up. Iron Bread Tank is taking a Death Star, which is... It is, isn't it? Do you like my beard? It's becoming more Da Vinci every day. It's lovely, Mango. I'm liking my beard at the moment, man. Although I've got to get it trimmed, to be fair. But not here. I don't want this here. I want to try and get it, you know, in a nice nice movement. And have a nice trim up here, you know, get my hair done. Our 10 are not going to show up, so we're not going to see Iron Bread Tank in a Death Star. Plus, he's changed anyway. So this is going to be a technical victory to RN. So we're not going to really see much. There you go, technical victory. We'll go back in again. We're still ready. We've got 2 minutes. And I don't think they're going to. I don't think L10 are going to turn up. Bless them. Which is a shame. It is a shame. Turning up is always a good thing. It's not a bad thing, turning up. As I keep saying, you can get some good experience. Now everybody's taking a 183. Apart from Sagittarius, who's spoilt that party by taking a mouse. Oh, come on, Sagittarius, play the game. Right, I'm now going to check Sagittarius's tanks. If he's got a mouse, if he's got a 183, there's going to be issues. I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got one. No, he has. He's got a 183, and he's got a 61% win rate in it. We're all going to abuse Sagittarius for not taking a 183. How dare Sagittarius not take a 183? Especially when he's got one. Howard 10 are definitely not going to show, so maybe Sagittarius is just like in the knowledge that there's no point. Because only Mama Tank is readying up for L10. So, well, it happens. Another technical victory to RN, I'm afraid. We're not going to see it. Oh, Rahul has readied up, this time in an IS4. He has got a tier 10, there you go. 2 against 7, ain't going to cut it. Unfortunate. But at least 2 of them turned up and were ready to play. Fair play to you guys. That's what I'd like to see. At least 2 of you were ready to go out and give it a bit of a bash. Unfortunately, with only 5 seconds left, it ain't going to happen. So RN get an easy road into the next round, to be fair. Courtesy of 2 technical victories. So, there you go. Boom. Let's see if we've got... we're not going to have an opponent for RN yet, but we'll get to see what maps they're playing next. It's going to be Oasis Palms and Desert Sands. That's an interesting one. So let's have a look at Oasis Palms. Do I have an Oasis Palms? Figures. So let's get Oasis Palms up and running. I mean, I've got it on EU. I thought I'd done them all on Asia as well. Clearly not. Let's get it up and running. Let's give it a bash. The Demigod. Hello, how you doing? And then the other one was Desert Sands. So let's have a look at Desert Sands. Give you 5 million credits. I don't even have 5 million credits myself. Why don't you give me 5 million credits? That sounds fair. Saying please ain't going to change the fact that I don't have 5 million credits. And, you know, I mean, look, I have 11 million, but I need that because I've got to buy tanks, basically. So anyway, let's have a look at Oasis Palms, as we do. And I had to work hard to get that 11 million, by the way, by getting out in tanks like the Louvre and earning those credits. So this is Oasis Palms, nice map. We have over in that corner the A cap, just sat there in between those rocks with that palm tree. Then we have the B cap in the middle of the town. There it is, just popping up there. And then of course over on the far side we have the C cap. So what generally happens? Well, generally we have tanks coming out this way. Now if it was a public game, you'd have everybody going up to this corner here. For some, everybody likes to go in this corner. Don't know why, from both sides of the map. But in tournaments, they don't. In tournaments, you generally get them coming up around here, trying to stay in these dunes to get those spots. If they get the spots, then they'll rotate back out. If they spot nothing, they'll probably just fast cap it. You'll generally have teams, that's from both sides of the map, by the way, both spawns. You'll generally have a team take a super heavy on this map, something akin to a mouse or an E100. They'll start them off around here from this spawn. Slowly either move them this side, just in case there's things going down the A cap, but eventually heading them into this area here so they can side scrape and put some pressure onto B. From the other side of the map, you'll generally get them around here, not going too much further forward than, say, this building, because they have to be careful because they can get shot from across there. But eventually they'll end up around this area. Sometimes, if they're being sneaky, they'll come here. That way they can put pressure onto the A and the B cap. You don't have an alternative. You have a sort of similar one here, but this one's a lot trickier because you are a bit more exposed. 9 times out of 10, the clans like to put pressure on this cap. The reason being, well, you can stay nicely hauled down here with a tank with good depression like a Cranvagon or even an E5, and it's pretty much the same from the opposite side. It's very rare that you have any TDs in tournaments on this map, and generally you get the action around between B and C, between A and B, rather than between on the C cap. But I have seen some matches go down to the C cap. Moving over, Desert Sands was the next one. So let's have a quick look at Desert Sands, because it's not like we don't have time. We have like lots of time. Not going out for a long time yet. We got another like 25 minutes. So in Desert Sands, what you generally have is on public matches, everybody likes to go to the C-cap area, which is bizarre. And there's the C-cap there, tucked behind this sort of crescent moon shape housing complex. Now in tournaments, what you generally have is you have the light tanks going out into the desert towards the A-cap, not to cap it, but to get those spots, going up to this ridge and trying to get those spots. It's the same from the other side. Now, some clans like to send their heavies out here as well, but not all at the same time. They like to send some heavies down here. This way they can put shots on this area as they're going down, and then they go down and sometimes they rotate into the desert from this direction and vice versa from the other side. You normally get a lot of action in the desert, but I do see some clans trying to fast cap B with their heavies. But B is very difficult unless you are really looking to dominate and be aggressive around the A and the B side, which is why they send them into that dip. Some clans do like to take C. Now if you can fast cap C, then basically what they generally do then is pull out, try and side scrape off this type of building here just to put pressure onto that B cap, and from the other side around here again to put pressure on the B cap. The danger with the C cap is that you then need to have tanks around here in this position because of the flank, and you need to have that on the opposite side also. So it can be a tricky one because it's very rare that you see the opposition, if they've got the A cap and the other side has got the C cap, to come hurtling through the middle on B because it's such an open area. It's more likely they're going to come around here. The reason being, well, they can go nicely haul down with tanks with good depression, again, like the Clown Wagon or the E5. They can poke them over the top and have a look to see what's here. Not so good if you cap C, because whilst you can get your tanks here, you're sort of sending signals to the enemy. But we'll see what will happen. Desert Sand is always an interesting map, but 9 times out of 10, it's around this area in the desert. So with that, we've got a long wait, and somebody's telling me they're playing Crank, so let's have a look. RN, they are playing DC GTB, and they're going out, as I said, in 20 odd minutes, so quite a while yet. So let's have a look, see if I've got any replays. I have got some replays somewhere. Here we go. Frony's just sent me one, so I'll play that because it's literally just been sent. These were the notifications you were hearing. I'm going to just drop my ugly mud out of it. You don't need to see me all the time. And there we go. This is literally straight off. It's literally just come through, which is always nice. Always nice. Going out on Yukon as well, always a nice map. Just talking to Newbeater and talking about audio. because the audio can be a bit of a nightmare on OBS, to be perfectly honest with you. It can be pretty much of a nightmare. Although I can do a sync offset, that could work. Yeah, it's basically a sync offset because there's a delay between obviously the webcam and the computer, basically. So that's the issue. But we'll try and sort it out later. We shall see what we shall see what we shall see. I've got it, Frony. You're watching it now? Look at that. How you doing, Martin? Oh, yeah. Somebody said something about something. Where is it? Somebody said something about a Panther 2 or a Jag or a what was it? I've lost it now. Can't see it. But what a great replay. Beautiful little mastery that. 5.3k in the T62. I do like the T62. Nice little tank. What else have we got? We've got other people. Specky Alade sent me one. Let's have a look at what Specky has to do. Rolling out in the Leo. Lovely. What have we got after this? Some other people should have sent me. I've got other replays as well, so I've got some new ones. Finally. Because I'm going to need them today. Going to need them today, to be fair. With the lengthy time that we've got to wait. Actually, it's only another, what, 16 minutes now. One of the things that you get, Cloudy, is that Google have a mod on every stream. And even the streamer doesn't get to see those messages, funnily enough. So, if you've typed a message and it's been deleted, I haven't actually seen that message, to be perfectly honest with you. So, I have no idea what message you sent. I wish I did. Hello, Mutsu, how you doing? Hello, Treadhead. So, yeah, somebody asked about, what was it, the Ferdinand or the JP2? To be honest with you, I like both. The JP2 is more versatile. Better speed, to be honest with you. It's got a nice gun. But the 30 with its armor buff on the front now is also quite nice. I like both, to be fair. I do like both. He's thinking about, can I get round here and smack Vanu from APA without getting smacked myself? As you can see, Vanu's in that overeat. No, he can't. Hang on a minute. Why did you send me that? Why did you send me a replay that you did 296? I don't know why you sent me that. I think that was the wrong replay. I think he sent me completely the wrong replay. Says it's a very, very low ace. Unexpected. Oh, I didn't see any ace at all. I just saw you getting wrecked. I'm going to have to look at that again. I don't think there was an ace, was there? No. I don't know why he sent me that. He said he actually wrote to me, this was an unexpected ace, but a very low damaged one. Well, you're not going to get much lower than 298 in a Leo 1. Me suspect that was the wrong replay he sent. I don't think that was intended. It happens. A set of delay for the audio. I can't really play around with it now, Jack. I'm in stream, to be fair. And I don't know what the audio delay is. Let me just check, see if I can hear anything. Which means I have to monitor the mic. Is there a delay? Because 500 seems a lot. $200, $500. Let me check. Hang on. Let me check. Is that better? Should be. I don't know. Well, I put a delay. I put a delay on, so you'll have to let me know. And it's really weird because now I can hear myself. Is that better? Is that kicked in the delay? Let me know. You'll have to let me know if that delay works, because I don't really know. I keep looking at the webcam, but is it out of sync now? I can't really tell. I have to check it a different way. It's pretty difficult for me to sort of check it in midstream, to be fair. Okay, if you're going to keep doing that, I don't know what your name is, then I'm going to have to ban you, I'm afraid. Because it makes no sense. Anyway, you can probably hear my kid now. When you say an audio delay, you mean my voice delay, not audio from the game. I don't know which audio you're talking about now. Alright, I don't know what this guy's saying, so I don't know what we should do. Yeah, timeout's probably the best idea. Well done, Jack. Now you're going to hear my 10-year-old churning out on his saxophone. But hopefully that audio is a bit better. I don't know. I have no idea. You'll have to tell me, as I said. Oof. Is it a low ace as well then, Jack? Is your 0 damage replay also a low ace? Because that message, the message I got on Discord was, here's an ace. This is, the actual message was, this is an unexpected low ace. That was the message, so. I mean, it was clearly very low, 298. But I didn't see him getting ace. There was no badge there, like I said. I am Mr. Big PP. Yeah, busy boy. I'm a busy boy nowadays. It's a good brawl in the IS-4. Oh, what a shame he just tracked him. 6.6k damage here. He's blocked 3k. I mean, that's beautiful. No, I was talking to Newbie about the audio sync as well. And then you came on and gave me a hard time also. What a great brawl at the end. There we go, look. There we go. That is an ace. That's not a low damage one either. That's 7k damage, so that's good. Oh, we still got time. One more replay. This is Tropical Virals in the Death Star. I don't know if it's an ace. Somebody did send the wrong replay, Demigod. You're not the only one who does it, mate. Other people send wrong replays too, not just you. Sending me an ace of a, you know, bigging up your E50M and then it was only a first class. It happens, man. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. That's the glorious thing about it, eh? Look at this. Oh, tank porn. That's what that is. Tell you. Off. I can put that on certain websites and pay and get money for it. Tell you. Really could. Wow, he's loud today. What's he doing? He's put it on his amplifier. Bloody Nora. Yep, he's really pumping out the notes this morning. Or this afternoon, actually. Oh my god. Sync, sync, sync. You're all telling me to audio sync, and then you're all telling me different things. Make your mind up, guys. I'm going to make it 350 now. Deary me. It's what happens when you get sort of messages, sort of bits in, you know, dribs and drabs rather than full. I have to recheck now, hang on. Oops, where is it? Is it still synced? I don't think it is now. It looks weird. No, I guess it's okay. Maybe if I don't open my mouth very big, then people won't see so much. If I speak like this with gesticulations, then people see. If I speak like this, then people won't see my lips moving, and it was much better because then the sync doesn't matter, does it? Yeah. Well, I've just played around with it, and I don't know. I mean, it's pretty difficult to do it in stream, and the problem is because the stream is delayed. That's the reason. Because there's a yeah, it's the stream delay, and not only is there the stream delay on OBS, but there's also a delay on YouTube. So there's like a double delay. bot. I don't know what bot that is, Cloudy. I wish I knew what bot that was. I haven't added any bots. So it's got to be the Google mod, who really is a pain in the backside. He really is a pain in the backside. Yes. 5.4k. DVP, you're next on the hit list. Don't tell me TVP you didn't fully load. That's 2. Oof! 6.2k. Bye-bye. What a lovely, lovely, lovely replay that was. Bye-bye. Great ace. So, let's have a look at the scorings. Oops, don't want to do that. I want to do that. Let's have a look at the scores on the doors. George Dawes. That's from Shooting Stars. So, King are through, ECG are through, DC GTB are definitely through because we're following them next with RN. GV, ID, Feast and Cat. Who has gone out? Well, Crank went down, unfortunately. In the other group, well, we got ENT, BB, DTG, DUR, HLV, PGMT, NQE7 and E7. Any big ones going down? No, not really. Cam Warner, not. Yeah, he is practicing Arpeggios. But there you go. There you go. We're going to get the room through now. There we go. Look, I pressed the wrong button again. So, we got the room. Accept it. Accept it. So, this will be on Oasis Palms. RN on the South Spawn. Listening to face off the stream, it will be fine. That's a good idea, Big PP. And DC GTB are on the North Spawn here on Oasis Palms. I mean, a lot of people would argue it's not just the offset of the it's not just the off sync that helps with the face being off. It's lots of other things. But then you get to miss the lovely beard. Surely the sync is now better. Well, we'll see. Hello, Derp Player. What's this? Somebody sent me another message. People sending me messages left, right, and centre. Oh, it's a Friday again. Later, man. Later. Later. So, we're just waiting for the teams to roll in, rock up, ready up, and all that sort of jazz. Is it in sync now, or is it out of sync? I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's in sync. I'm not sure. Or he's just making noise, Jack. I mean, that's normally what 10-year-olds do. They just make noise. No, he's getting good, bless him. He's got his lesson. Maybe he had his lesson start at 3 o'clock. I thought it started at 4. Well, goes to show, doesn't it, what I know. Let the mom deal with it. That's what I say. So, we're just waiting for the teams to ready up now. I mean, we haven't got DC GTB rocking yet, so we'll see. Oh, then, well, they've still got Death Stars from the last round, where they never went out. But they've still got the Death Stars. So let's see how that works. Maybe I could just do this, you know, keep scratching the top of my nose. Привет, русский. Как дела? Я плохо говорю по-русски. Говорю по-английски. Пожалуйста. Anyway, let's have a look at them rocking up here. See, I was thinking that mango lingo. I was thinking if I just keep scratching my the top of my lip or the top of my nose, you won't notice. Or maybe I could just do like they do in Casino, you know, when Joe Pesci and what's his name, they go outside and they just talk like this a lot. If I sit here like this, you'll never notice. Just do that, look. You know, I could just from this side, I could just go, yeah, and you know, they're rolling in now, or in, you know, blah blah blah. You can send it to 2 places. Bear with me. So at the moment, DC GTB only have 6 players. Anyway, let's have a look at the team. So we have the Dark in the Crown Wagon, Tommy in an E5. I am Bread Tank. I absolutely love that name. I am Bread Tank. I have no idea what it means. Is in an E5. Sagittarius in a Mouse, T-Back in a Vickers, Zadku in a T22, and I've forgotten the last one. It's the world. Of course it is. In an E5. Moving over to DC GTB with just their 6 players. We have Frozen in a clan, Fedeko in a mouse, Krantz in an E5, Masood in an E5, and we run out of time before I could go through them all. There we go. We have Matsu is my waifu in a mouse, Fedeko is my waifu in a mouse, Krantz in an E5. Oh, hang on, we're going to go. Look at the hit points here. Wow, obviously. Oh, I say obviously, but they've got 2 mouses, so that's helping them out a lot. Let's get up high into the back. Masu, I said, is in an E5. Krantz in an E5. Frozen in a Crown Dragon. And Van Persie, who was a great player until he left Arsenal. Damn you, Van Persie, in an IS4. So looking at RN, they already have a tank advantage, and they're making use of it by sending everybody out to the C cap, except Sagittarius and the Moose, who's overlooking the B cap, like we pointed out. Everybody else, though, for RN, well, the C cap is always going to be an advantage. Moving over to see what poor old DC GTB are doing. Well, their backs are against the wall already. However, Feneko is my waifu and Mutsu is my waifu. Trying to put good shots into Sagittarius here. Van Persie is just in between them, with the C cap, the A cap being taken by DC GTB. However, they are already down on caps, and RN already know they've got an advantage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get into this corner here so we can get an overview of the entire map. Poor old DC GTB, not much they can do really. They are a tank down. RN will just, wow, they'll just bunker down. They're not going to, I wouldn't have thought. Well, we got the Dark 6 there in the Crown Dragon. He's being a bit annoying by pushing and saying, come on guys, give me a hard time. But thankfully DC GTB are not biting to that. T-back in the Vickers, look at where he is, all the way over the back there, trying to wait for somebody to spot something so he can smack it. Rotating around, we got Zadku there in the T22 just on the back as well. The World in the E5 again, just on a defensive line. Sagittarius, I Am Bread Tank, and Tommy, well, they're just waiting. DC GTB are looking like they're rotating around. Where are they going? That's the thing. The 2 mouses are going to stay where they are. I'm going to go with the move. The 2 mouses are going to stay. Feneko is my Wi-Fi and Mutsu is my Wi-Fi. Now DC GTB heavies are going to be spotted. T-back is going to hightail it out of dodge, but that's going to send the message for the rest of RN to push towards B. That's what the 2 mouses are there to prevent. Here comes the push into B. Let's leave that and see what happens with these mooses. So Mutsu is my waifu and Feneko is my waifu. Are going to be pushed here by Sagittarius, I Am Bread Tank, the Dark 6, Tommy, and T-back now rotating in. Zadku is also rotating in the T22. Poor old Feneko is my waifu, is getting smacked around a bit here. A cap will be taken by RN, and why not? I mean, they do have the advantage. Feneko is my waifu, is going to go down. He's not going to last. He's going to try and hightail it out and dodge as much as you can in a mouse. But Sagittarius is going to put another shot into his bottom plate, maybe. Yes, there you go. And down he goes to the Dark 6. So he was well focused there. Feneko is my waifu. Now Frozen, Masu, and Krantz have turned back up. So is Van Persie. But it's a bit too much. It's a bit too little, too late, to be fair. They were already a tank down. Now they're 2 tanks down. Now they're 2 bases down. They've lost hit points. They've lost guns on the battlefield. They've lost caps as well. This is really much in the palm of RN's hand. And it's not DC. I mean, you can't. Basically, DC GTB. They only had 1. They only had 6 tanks. It was always going to be difficult. T-back now rushing in from behind. Sagittarius is getting pushed a little bit. Krantz is trying to push. Van Persie is going to go down though here. He's surrounded. Down he goes. Krantz is trying to give the World a bit of a hard time. But the points are in favour of RN. And it's all over. It is all over. I did just talk Russian, yes. So I'm not going to even look at the. I mean, we'll have a look at it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they had a tank down. That's always going to be difficult. Now they don't have a tank down. Now they're fully there, but they're already on the back foot. And as you can see, Changing those spawn points here on Oasis Palms. This time RN on the north spawn, DC GTB on the south. Thankfully, DC GTB do have 7 players now. I did, Ispas Robert, I did speak a little bit of Russian there. Basically, I said, hello, Russia, how are you? Unfortunately, my Russian is very bad. Can you please speak English, is basically what I said. So, let's have a look at the tanks. We have the Dark 7 in a Kranwagen, Tommy in an E5, I'm Bread Tank in an E5, Sagittarius in a Mouse, T-Back in a Vickers, Zadku in a T22, and The World in an IS4. Moving over to DC GTB, we have Frozen in the IS4. Feneko is my waifu in a Mouse, Krantz in an E5. Who is this? Lady Maid Star. There you go. Oh, what a great name. Lady Maid Star in an E5. Masu in an E5. Mutsu is my waifu in an IS4. And Van Perse in a T22. So, got a lot of hard work to do here, DC GTB, to turn this around. I mean, they can do this, but then they're going to go into the decider. It's not going to be easy for them, let's be honest. But at least they've got 7 players this time. That's always a benefit. Looking at the hit points, wow, DC GTB do have the advantage there, and it's quite significant, just over 1100, which is significant, even at this stage. Let's get up high and see where they're going to go, because it's going to be a completely different battle. So the Dark 6 is looking in his Crown Wagon to join up with Zadku and T-Back in the Vickers and the T22. The rest of RN, well, they're just going to take defensive positions around the B-Cap area. Van Persie in the T22, he has moved forward, tried to get those spots, he got them, but then got smacked. The rest of DC GTB, with the exception of Frozen, is heading towards the A and the B cap. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave the desert area. Feneko is my waifu, is here, look, overlooking the B cap. In the position that I pointed out earlier. And you've got the hull down tanks, all the E5s and the IS4 there, just into the A cap. Masu very far forward, but nicely behind the boulder. That's a good position. You can side scrape off it a little bit. RN, well, they're pretty stagnant. They haven't taken any caps, so the advantage does go to DC GTB. You know, Dirt Player, I just read that. I won one of my tournaments with a broken nose. I didn't see mouse initially. What do you mean, Fuji, you get? What did I do? So RN here, I'm pretty confused with their strat at the moment. The world is now rotated into the desert. T-Back is gone to the place that you very rarely see anybody go in a tournament. The world is still pushing into C. They are 430 points behind, so DC GTB do have the advantage here. You can see here, Mutsu is my waifu who's rotating around. Frozen is not really moved from his position. He's been there for the majority of the game, just overlooking that cat. He's going to try and get the reset, and he does get the reset. Now the B cap is being taken. RN really not looking to sort of push anywhere, from what I can tell. This is a very bizarre game. Now we've got DC GTB Frozen, Mutsu is my waifu in Krantz, rolling up. So it's now 3 against 4 here. Cap points are certainly in the advantage. Oh, that was a big shot into the world from the far side of the map. That was Masu, I believe. So now we've got 4 pushing on 3. And over in the middle area. So, I mean, this is interesting. So RN have now sort of leapt into action. The whole of DC GTB, with the exception of Sagittarius, is now in the desert. Down goes Frozen. But now RN are not outnumbered. No, they are outnumbered now, because down goes Lady Star. Dark 6 has gone down. What's going on over there in you know, mouse territory. Oh, well, Sagittarius is still there, so Feneku is my waifu who's come out of that area. Down goes the world. It is a really weird game. Zadku is being pushed by Van Persie. Zadku goes down to Feneku is my waifu. Now in comes Tommy, I am Bread Tank. Sagittarius has lost a lot of hit points. Krantz is the target. It is a very strange game. 3 tanks down for RN, 2 tanks down for DC GTB. I am Bread Tank getting a bit of a smack. Krantz is a one-shot. T-Back is just going around capping everything, which would be helpful for them. So it's 3 against a lot. It's now 2 against a lot. I'm Bread Tank and Sagittarius. A very strange game by RN here. Couldn't quite work out what their strat was, to be perfectly honest and frank with you. Sagittarius is going to go down here. I mean, Mutsu is my waifu, or Feneku is my waifu, is going to take him down. Down he goes. Leaving Iron Bread Tank to fend off literally the whole team, because T-Back has legged it to around the caps. DC GTB have got this, and I don't blame them, because I have absolutely zero understanding as to RN's strat there. And I mean zero understanding. I don't know what they were trying to do. They didn't push in any direction until, well, you saw the push. They did 13k in damage, but they didn't really push to any cap. And they sort of they just sort of sat back. I was really confusing. Anyway, we go into Desert Sands for a decider. So RN will be on the south spawn, DC GTB on the north spawn. Looks like RN may ready up first. We have the Dark 6 in an IS4, Tommy in an E5, I am Bread Tank in an E5, T-Back in a Vickers, Zadku in an E5, in Sagittarius in an IS4, and the World in an IS4. Moving over to DC GTB, we have Frozen in the IS7. Feneku is my waifu in an IS4, Krantz in an E5. Oh, I've forgotten the full name now. Lady what? Lady Maid, of course it's Lady Maid. Lady Maid in an E5, Masu in an E5, Mutsu is my waifu in an IS4, and Van Persie in a T22. Yeah, I just found that a really weird strat. I couldn't quite work it out, to be fair, what RM were doing. But, I don't know. Stranger things have happened, I guess. And with that, I need a coffee to sort of get over that very bizarre strat. Really weird. Really weird. Hello, Ryan. Hello, the Ginny Gin. So, let's find out what happens this time. I'm still puzzled. Maybe Jack will have a theory on the strat that RN was doing there, because I certainly don't. Looking at the hit points, well, okay, they've got 700 more on DC GTB, but that's 700. It's not nothing. It's not an advantage really. So this time, RN. Well, they're all heading out to the desert, so they do have a strat on this map at least. Van Persie's already out there. He's not going into the area though that you would anticipate, which is around here. DC GTB, they're going for the B and the C strat. So let's just roll over there and see what they're doing. Actually, they're avoiding the strat DC GTB here. They're just going straight for the middle. Krantz is going to take C. Frozen, Feneku is my waifu, Lady Maid and Masu. Oh, well, they're trying to get around the back of RN. They've got 2 tanks isolated, the World and the Dark 6. That's spurring Iron Bread Tank, Zadku and Tommy to rotate back to the spawn. So DC GTB have put a lot of tanks, stacked up their tanks here. And the Dark 6 is in a little bit of problems. I'm not going to lie. He's trying to get away from Feneku, but he's not going to make it. He's trying to put shots in. Oh, he does. Frozen goes down, but the Dark 6 will go down. Oh, Feneku is my waifu who's getting a bit of a smack. moving back out, you can see that they've come over the top. And down goes the Dark Six. Now they're looking at trying to focus on the world, but Van Persie is a one-shot. And they didn't even shoot him, he just got rammed into oblivion. But the world goes down, so 2 tanks down on both sides. But now Fineko is my waifu, is looking worse for wear. He's losing hit points rapidly. Iron Bread Tank should be able to finish him off, though. No. Van Persie's down. Frozen's down. Down goes Zadku, though. Oh, dear. Down goes Fineko is my waifu. Now, Masu is a one-shot. He's got to be careful, but I don't think he's going to be. Like I said, I don't think he's going to be. Down he goes. So it's now 3 against 4. Tommy should be the target, but they can't get to him. Iron Bread Tank is there. T-Back is coming around trying to put a shot into Krant. There you go. Sagittarius takes him down. Lady Maid start. Well, they're still trying to get Tommy. It's 2 against too many. It's not really going to go in the favour of DC GTB here. It was a good initial push, but a great comeback. Great comeback. Lady Maid, well, can't really do much. Down goes Lady Maid. Tommy, last man standing, with his lovely pro camo, but... Sorry, not Tommy. Mutsu is my waifu, last man standing, with his lovely legendary camo. But he's not going to be able to hold off all of these, and he wasn't. Again, another interesting game. So RN does make it through until the next round, which is the semi-finals, at courtesy and of the expense of DC GTB. Interesting games, I'm not going to lie. I mean, DC GTB had only 6 tanks in the first game. RN sort of didn't show up for the second game. And quite aggressive by DC GTB in the last game, where the focus fire of RN sort of pummeled them. I'm not going to lie, very strange quarterfinal indeed, but GG's both teams. Let's see if we got any more results, because we should have. So, who are RN going to be playing? It's either Feast GV or, oh, it's ECG. Going out on Middleburg, and then Black Goldville. So who's gone down? Well, King have gone down, and Team ID have gone down. Who did ID lose to? They lost to Feast 2-1. So ID will be disappointed. Cat's also going down. They must have gone down to GV. No, they went down to ECG, so King went down to GV. Moving down to the next round, well, we got ENT, HLV, E7. So, who are they going to be joining? Well, ENT will be facing HLV. So E7 will be facing... We don't know yet. We do not know yet. And I'm thinking it's Durr that's still out there. And they are, against PGMT. So, there we go. So, let's have a look at Middleburg, if we can. There we go. Middleburg. Discombobulated. I'm not going to disagree with you there, Jack. Plus, it's a beautiful word that I really like. I do like discombobulated. I think it's a great word. So, this is Middleburg. Now, in the public matches, if you've got a team of people who have no idea what they're doing, then they all go down to that area and basically lose the game. If you've got a team on public that know what they're doing, then they all go to the C-cap and have a brawl. Tournaments are slightly different. Sometimes you will get a majority of the teams coming up here. You won't get them. Sometimes you will get tanks going up. It's very rare. You'll normally get them if they're being cautious, trying to get a tank here, a haul down tank here, and also up here, just to get those early sort of ideas. Same from the other side. Depending on what they see, depends on whether they push. From this side, well, generally you will get one guy popping into the B cap. Assuming they're doing a C strat. However, if they're not doing a C strat, I have seen very successfully and very recently pushes through the town, but they've got to be very, very, very aggressive pushes. Pushing through, taking B, taking A, and then really consolidating, because it is a nightmare once you're in the town. Now, I did see C4 once start on this cap here, on this spawn, completely ignored A, went right through the town, right through, even forgot B, excuse me, and took the battle to Mercy in this area, in Mercy's own spawn. Absolutely annihilated them. It was fantastic to watch. Those don't happen a lot. I also saw Endgame the other night try and do the same strat, or not the same strat, but a similar type of strat, and get absolutely annihilated themselves. So it doesn't always work. So what you generally find is that there is a bit of an aggro around this area. But this is Asia, and in Asia, they do like the city on occasion. And they do like sending their big tanks down there. So we will see what happens. Hello, the shell. Hello. Yeah, but the thing I'm getting at, Jack, is they let the B cap be taken. Don't forget they had a mouse overseeing that. So if you've got a mouse overseeing it, you'd expect them to sort of try and reset it. And they didn't really push into the C cap at all. Hello, Frozen. How are you doing? That's why I was a bit confused, to be honest with you. Was it Rockfield? Oh, I can't remember. See, I was talking and I've forgotten exactly what bloody map is next. It's Rockfield, wasn't it? Black Goldville, see? That's because I'm talking about other things. We're going out shortly, so we've got enough time to have a look at Black Goldville, if I've got Black Goldville. Figures. I don't have a Black Goldville, which is annoying. Which means we haven't played Black Goldville on any stream that I've done in Asia. That is annoying, but we got 10 minutes, so I can quickly jump into Black Goldville. That is annoying. It means I haven't streamed a game on Black Goldville on Asia because it's not in the replayed list, which is disappointingly annoying. Like I said, I'm not going to lie, strange games. Strange games, indeed. Anyway, let's jump out of that. Now we can get have a look at Black Goldville. F. Silver's room, Middleburg. So, let's jump in, have a quick overview. Black Goldville, always a great map on the tournament scene. What you generally have from this spawn point, you normally have like E5s, not pushing up into A, but to get around this area, just to react. Get the T22, it's normally a T22 or a Vickers, getting around here, get those spots, if nothing's there, dropping in. The reason I say it's normally a T22 is because normally they like to send the Vickers to this spot here. Reason being, boy, you can get almost the entire map spotted if they're rotating towards the C cap. With that being the case, a lot of teams like to stick something like a Kranwagen down in this area. That way they can put pressure on the C cap, on the B cap if it gets pushed. And if you're being really aggressive, then you can stick an IS-4 or something similar around this position. However, teams now like to do this C strat where they get round, get to the back here, and then try and get the IS-4s around here and stick something in the C cap. That way they can put pressure on and they can rotate out. From the other side, well, they also can do a C strat, but if they don't, then you'll generally find something along the lines of a Kranwagen around this area, or even as far back as this one here to reset that B cap. They can send their lights or even their heavies to the C cap like we saw. They do the same thing into this corner, dropping one tank in and try and push and dominate there. Then they'll generally rotate out to take the defensive positions around the B cap. Again, you will generally get one tank, normally a Vickers, but I've seen Kranwagens in E5s doing, get to here for the same reason for the other side, get those spots. And again, you generally get some tanks moving up. Come around here, try and get those spots. If they don't spot anything, then pushing in. And if those E5s are there, they will spot them from here, and then they'll carry on pushing around to about this area to put some pressure on them. It's all about the B cap on Black Goldville, to be perfectly honest with you. And you do generally get a nice brawl around the B cap as somebody tries to take the advantage. Mainly because it's very rare that a clan will go to A and C at the same time. They will either go to A or C. But most clans do send tanks to both caps. So, there we go. That's Black Goldville. Now, what time are we kicking off? I think we're kicking off at 4 minutes past the hour. I forgot to check because I'm a plonker. But I'm pretty sure it's 4 minutes past the hour. It is 4 minutes past the hour. So, I don't have enough time, unfortunately, to play another replay. Or do I? 7 minutes. No, I don't. Let's have a look. Oh, kill shock. You will try to tip me up sometime. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means I will try to trip you up sometime. What we got here then? What's going on in the chat? Totally agree with you, the Ginny Gin. You know, it's easy to sit here and look at it in the cold light of day as an armchair warrior, which is what I'm doing. But I have to go back to the second game. I mean, the first game was very difficult for DC GTB. They had a tank down. There's nothing they could do about that. It was always going to be difficult. The second game, I'm still scratching my head as to RN's overall strat. DC GTB took the A cap. There was only an IS4 at the C cap coverage. RN did not even attempt to push into that C cap. They waited until DC GTB got quite a lot of cap points. They did have a mouse overlooking B. DC GTB then dropped into the B cap, took the B cap, and it was almost like free real estate. Okay, the mouse did put a couple of shots in, but it wasn't exactly, you know, it wasn't exactly hard work. RN then moved out of the town area. I'm sorry, RN then pushed 4 tanks down onto the IS4, which was correct. But by then, 2 caps in DC GTB's favour, they pushed into the desert and just basically smacked them. So, I was confused with the second game. The third game, I just think DC GTB were overly aggressive, to be honest with you. I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but I think they just lost a little bit of coordination when RN just swung back round from the desert. I think DC GTB had the advantage, but their push sort of ran out of steam a little bit, so to speak. And, well, there you go, Frozen saying, Van Persie YOLO'd again. I wouldn't say that. All I would say is I think their push just ran out of steam. And I think RN pushing their tanks over the tracks back to their spawn sort of out with that push sort of running out of steam. But I think it was a bitty third game, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a question of RN played it spectacularly compared to DC GTB. I think it's RN, you know, DC GTB's push kind of ran out of steam and sort of handed the advantage to RN. That's all. But you know, it was the first game, as I said, I have to discount that because they only had 6 tanks. The second game just still confuses me. Anyway, we are now on Middleburg. This is the semi-finals. Prove your skill number 4 here on Asia. We will have ECG on the south spawn, RN on the north spawn. I have never streamed these guys, unfortunately, so I have to look at them. Boon Adu is in a Vickers. Fury Norman is in a Cran. FV4005 is in. He's not in an FV4005, which has disappointed me somewhat, but he's in an E5. My Anima-chan. Ayanima-chan. My Ayanima-chan. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. I apologise. So my Anima-chan. Okay. Potentially an IS-7. This is Zhang Peng in an IS-4. Coke Bottle. What a name. Coke Bottle is in a Crown Wagon. And JTFK is in an E5. My Anima-chan is in an IS-7 and Fury is in a Crown. Looking over at RN, so far we have the Dark 6 in an IS-4. Every time I see Hungry, I always wish it's going to be Hungry Hippos, but it's not. It's just Hungry Monster, which is equally as impressive, but, you know, Hungry Hippos would be just hilarious. I am Bread Tank in a Death Star. Okay, that's taken me by surprise. Sagittarius in a Mouse, T-Back in a Vickers, Zadku in an E5, and The World in an E5. That has taken me by surprise. I'm going to be intrigued. I haven't actually seen, in real terms, a 183 in a tour recently. So we'll see. We've got less than a minute to go, so I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Faneka is my waifu. Hello. Plant. Hello. Paul. Hello. Tomek. Hello. Yeah, Tawnies are a completely different type of game. I mean, you're generally playing players who know what they're doing, which is annoying. Because they generally get to pen you and cause damage and stuff like that. And it is generally annoying. And it is actually quite intense. I mean, I've played a few tours and it is pretty intense. It is at a higher level. I did the previous old PYSs, you know, the gold, the silver series, etc., etc. But yeah, it is a bit of a more higher level type thing. It can be difficult. Anyway, let's have a look at Middleburg. Did he really stay in the 183? I am Bread Tank. What are you doing? So looking at the hit points, well, 400 difference, well, give or take, not that significant, but I'm intrigued to see what I Am Bread Tank is going to do. Then I'm going to get up high and have a look to see what ECG do. So ECG, with the exception of JTFK, are going up. Of course they're going to the C cap. Boonadoo is already there in the Vickers. He's gone up high to get those early spots. And there you go. He gets the spot of T-Back in the Vickers, who wasn't as quick up there. And Zhang Peng is going through the middle area. I've never seen that before. I've seen cross shots going across before, but I've never seen somebody go through the middle area like this. That is intrigued and interested me, both at the same time. A-cap has been taken by Sagittarius in the Mouse. This is going to spur ECG to push, and they are pushing. Here we go. They're going to push towards C. Zhang Peng is still just sat sort of in the open. I'm interested to see what RN are doing here. They're not pushing into C at all. They're quite happy to have the A cap. They have got the cap advantage. Zhang Peng is just still sat there without being punished. I mean, he is hauled down, and you know he is an IS-4, but wowzers. Whereas I Am Bread Tank in the 183 has been punished a little bit, and it looks like I'm going to get around there because I want to see if he's actually going to smack anything. No, he's not. He's behind the buildings, which intrigues me. He's fully loaded. Zhang Peng and Dark 6. I mean, Dark 6 is sat there thinking, what are these guys doing? And, you know, to be fair, I'm a little bit confused. The IS-7 is pushing down onto Dark 6, which I understand. Now ECG are going to push through the centre. They've already got one cap. Two caps have gone to RN. Sagittarius here, though, is under a bit of pressure. And I Am Bread Tank has just absolutely mullered
the IS-7. I was coming around to have a look at Sagittarius, thinking it was going to take Iron Bread Tank a bit longer to get around in that 183, but it didn't. So RN now are now going to push round. They do have the advantage. Iron Bread Tank. I want to get down into Iron Bread Tank, but I can't. But I want to. Here we go. I want to see him shoot something. Off! Only 416. Not much. Iron Bread Tank. You deserve better, man. But at the moment, it's in favour of RN. Zhang Peng is going to go down here in the IS-4. He's not going to last. There he goes. Coke Bottle FV4005 is still very healthy. Actually, Sagittarius is coming around the corner. So Zhang Peng is down. Nothing down on the other side yet. We'll see what Iron Bread Tank's doing. He's just fired again, but he didn't absolutely annihilate anything. FV4005 is trying to push on to Sagittarius. You can see that you've got Coke Bottle and Fury Norman are just hanging back. 4005 is going to go down here. It's not going to last. JTFK has come round to help out. Down goes 4005, leaving 4 left. Fury Norman, Coke Bottle and JTFK are all here. They're going to try and push down. It's 3 against far too many, i.e. 7. But look at the hit points. I mean, there's a lot of one-shots. No, there isn't. There's a lot of 2-shots out there. Oh, is Iron Bread Tank going to smack somebody here? Yes, he is, but 900. Poor old Coke Bottle. He gets a massive smack. Little kiss from the 183. And it's all over on points anyway to RM. Wowzers. So there you go, 11,000 dished out by ECG, 15,300 dished out by RN. We're going to swap those spawn points this time here on Middleburg. ECG will now be on the north spawn, RN on the south spawn. Again, these are strange battles today, I must admit. I can't believe Bread Tank will go out in another Death Star, but maybe he will. No, he's not. So, let's have a look at ECG, because they're going to ready up first. We got, who's this? KM Bay? How do you say this? KN, how do you say that? KN Bayou? KN Bayou, maybe? KN Bayou in an E5. Boone in a Vickers Light. Fury Norman in an E5. FV4005 in an E5. My Ananami in a T22, Zhang Pen in a Kranwagen, Coke Bottle in a Kranwagen. Moving over to RN, we have the Dark 6 in an IS-4, Hungry Monster in an E5, Iron Bread Tank now in a more traditional E5, excuse me, Sagittarius in a Mouse, T-Back in a Vickers, Zadku in a T22, and The World in a Kranwagen. So, no Death Star this time. Hardly surprising. Never seen a Death Star was a long time ago. Yeah, they were there, Jack. They were playing a lot more defensively. This is a strange day. I mean, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. It's bizarre. Hit points in favour of RN, but only about 400, so it doesn't really matter. That's not even 400, it's just under 400. Let's go apply into the back of the map. Try and work out what craziness is going to happen strat-wise. So we have the Vickers and the T22 heading up to the C-Cap, followed by the rest of the team who are going to come up. So there we go. T22 of Zadku is already there. He's going to get those spots. Vickers, the T-Back is already there. Sagittarius is going to go down south again into the B-Cap, but this time RN en masse are moving up. Now I'm getting a little bit of packet loss here on Asia. So now we're going to have a bit of a brawl at the C-Cap. You can see that ECG are coming up en masse, with the Crown Wagons just holding back, but the E5s are turning up. And on the other side, wow, we've got a lot of E5s as well coming up. And Dark 6 in the IS-4. Good shot into Dark 6 there from Count Bayou.
Dark Six is going to go to the spot that I pointed out. Nice little spot that. You can use it in regular battles as well. So we've got Bunadu rotating out in the Vickers along with Annie Chaman. I don't know how you say that. My Ayanami Chan. My Ayanami Chan, I think. He's rotating out. They're looking to probably go down and capture that A cap. I think Coke Bottle is already overseeing that area. Yes, he is. He's down there in the dip overseeing it. My Anima Chan is going down there. Bit of a stalemate again here. This time, I mean, ECG have managed to cap C, but they are behind on points. Only just, though. And now we've got Sagittarius who's come out of his little hidey hole in the city. He's sort of there. You've got T-Back, not in the open as such. He's hidden. But RN has been bled, and they continue to be bled. Dark Six has dropped into the C cap. The World and Iron Bread Tank are sort of kind of pushing over. My Anima Chan is going to jump into that B cap by looks of it. Yes, he is. So C cap has been taken by RN here, so they will extend their lead. They're already 100 points ahead. Now that's spurred into action the Vickers and the T22 as they push down onto my Anamanami Chan. Coke Bottle is going to come up, but he gets a smack from the mouse as he tries to come in. They are not able, and then we get a brawl at the C cap as ECG try to get around the back of Dark Six. But the World and Iron Bread Tank have pushed over. They're looking to get tanks down. There goes FV005. Hungry Monster's now in. Zhang Peng is the target. Zhang Peng is being looked at. So is Kayan Bayu. But Zhang Peng and Fury Norman now. They've got good shots into Kayan Bayu, but he's got out of there. Zhang Peng is lasting him because they're not focusing him. The T22s are now focusing Kayan Bayu and he goes down. Dark Six, well, he's looking worse for wear, but Zhang Peng is a one-shot. Down goes Zhang Peng. They can now turn their attention to Fury Norman. Boone and Coke Bottle are still alive, but Fury Norman is going to get absolutely wrecked here, bless him. And there we go. My Anamanami Chan did take down Sagittarius. I think he took down Sagittarius in the T22, but now... Wow, Bunadu comes in. Coke Bottle is toying with Hungry Monster. Zadku is pushing down. Down he goes. Curtis of Iron Bread Tank. Now Boone is chasing down Zadku. Dark Six maybe. Oh, Zadku goes down to Coke Bottle. Well, Coke Bottle here is now going to be pushed by Hungry Monster and Iron Bread Tank. Bunadu right over in the corner there finally goes down, leaving Coke Bottle as the last man standing. Not much he can do about it. And Bread Tank is coming in. Hungry Monster is facing off against him. Who's going to get the kill? Well, it goes to the Dark Six, who was nowhere near the battle. He was all the way over there. So there you go. Yeah, I'm still... okay, I'm still pondering this. It seems a bizarre day here on Asia. Anyway, into the finals go RN at the expense of ECG. Not to worry though. GG's both sides. Oof, very intriguing. So anyway, let's have a look. See if we've got a final grouping as of yet. We already know that RN are through, so it's between Feast and GV, and we don't know. It's Winter Malinovka and Faust. So let's have a look at those, assuming I've got those. Winter Malinovka and Faust. There is Winter Malinovka. Da, 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 da. Oh, Winter Malinovka is always one of those maps that you can do different strats on. Oh, press the wrong button. So let's get up high. So what are we expecting on Winter Malinovka? Well, if this was a public match, we'd expect everybody to be going here and having a big brawl around there and getting smacked as they cross just there. Here, however, this is a tournament. So what you generally have in a tournament is a couple of options. Normally they will send mediums and lights down here. Sometimes they'll stick them on here, but sometimes they'll stick them around here, get those spots. The reason they go around here is then they can rotate out, because they generally send heavies sometimes down this road here. The reason being is because then they can cover up on this ramp, especially if they're E5s, or they can carry on pushing through, get up to there, or alternatively, they can get to this position and put anything, if anything is gone to the A cap and it's a medium or a light and it's spotted, they can smack them as they are going across there. Both sides are equally the same in that respect. Also, you will get sometimes a super heavy like a Mountain E100. They like to stick them around here in public matches or QTs. Sometimes people like to stick them here, but in tournaments they're a bit more aggressive and they like to stick them around here. That way they can pressure the B cap. And it's the same from the other side in real terms. Which leaves, where do the rest of them go? Well, it depends. Sometimes they like to send things like E5s and IS4s and stuff around this area. From this side, they generally go around here to this boulder. From the other side, well, the other side's in a sort of dip. So you can stay relatively hullish down in an E5, which you can't do from this side. This side is really weird. Once you get to here, then you start losing the dip and it starts flattening out, whereas this side, it stays dippy for quite a long time. So that's generally what you get, and normally you get action around either between the C and the B cap, or on occasion, if you're lucky, on the ramp and towards the A cap. But we will see. It all depends. That's what Winter Malinovka is looking like. Faust, on the other hand, wow, Faust is a bit trickier. I won't lie, because it's a much bigger map. Now, with it being a bigger map, what you generally get in public games is all your mediums and lights going here, getting onto this corner to try and put pressure on, with the rest of the team sort of hunkering down around here. Or, that's if they know what they're doing, or generally everybody just hightailing it into the nearest cap, which is that one. Now, in tournaments, it depends. If you're going to be ultra aggressive, then yes. An ultra aggressive team will send almost all their heavies straight through the cap. They may peel one off to sit into this bush, and there is a sort of bush on the opposite side just there, as you can see if I wasn't in a bush, just there where the other side like to stick their heavy. What's the reason for this? Well, they can probably try and sneaky cap B. Rest of the team, if they're being super aggressive, will come round this area and they will try and push onto these ramps. If they push onto these ramps, then they can absolutely cause some aggro. They may also send mediums or lights over to the A cap, not to straightforward cap it, but to get those spots. If they get the spots, then they normally drop back down, either rotate back through the spawn or drop down there and get to that B cap. If there's no spots, then they'll continue pushing around to get those cross shots. From this spawn, well, probably pretty much the same tactic. You've got the bush there that you can sit in and do the same thing from the other side, because it is pretty much an asymmetrical map. If you want to push, if you want to be ultra aggressive, you can push through, do pretty much the same thing, and you can do a sneaky B cap. It depends what mood they are in. Either way, we will find out shortly. Now, we will be going out in about 18 minutes, I believe, for the final. It should be about 18 minutes, roughly. It's normally 36 minutes past the hour. Do we know if they've got a team yet? No, we don't. But it is 36 minutes past the hour, so let's have a look at a replay, because I've got a replay that we can play whilst we are waiting, and I'll just take my ugly mug off. So this is from Roadblock of Feast. We may see in a moment if Feast beat GV. It all depends on Feast beating GV, of course. But we may see them in a moment. He's rolling out in the AMX 50B. Beautiful tank, by the way. I do like the 50B. Some people say that it's not as good. Some YouTubers say it's not as good as the 57 Heavy. Well, they are similar but not the same. Or as they would say in Thailand, as we're on the Asian server, same, but different. And they are different. I mean, the amount of pain you can churn out in an AMX 50B is different to a 57 heavy. I find the mobility of the AMX 50B slightly better than the 57 heavy, but the turret armor not as effective. So they both have their ups and downs. I mean, they are similar tanks, but look at this poor old AMX 50 120. He's AFK. No, he's not. He's just half asleep, and now he's going to be in the garage where he can have a really nice long rest and go back to snoozing and taking a nap. Courtesy of an AMX 50 and a standard B. Oh, hello, Emil. Really? You can try and push me? Okay. The thing is, roadblock here is... Oh, these are good bounces. I mean, what is he aiming at? What is the Emil aiming at? Because, you know, that close he shouldn't be bouncing. Down he goes. Oh, he's with Sleeping Lion in an AMX 50B as well, but they're doubled up, but they're not doubled up. Sleeping Lion there, he's hurting everybody as well. Oh, this is pretty much what we would call a sort of whitewash. This poor old Jaegeroo now is going to feel the wrath of two AMX 50Bs. Yeah, interesting game. I don't know what was this today. If this is a today game, then you know. Is there sort of lethargy on Asia server today? Are we all a bit lethargic today on Asia? Because I mean, this is another weird game. I mean, the mouse gets a good shot in, but good angling by the mouse. Nicely done, my friend. However, that's a bit over-angled. Not to worry. At least you survived the onslaught that is a 50B. Sleeping Lion has gone down. He needs to have some abuse thrown his way, I think. Just the mouse and a light tempted to go. Grill has gone down. This is a weird game. Hey, Netforce. Wowzers. I mean, 4.8k damage here. Oh, another good shot by the mouse. The mouse has done well, to be fair. I'll give credit where credit is due. The mouse has not had a good team to work with, but he's done his job. He's going to go down here. 6.1k damage dished out. I feel sorry for the mouse. He clearly is a decent player. And he's just not had any of the support from around the team. What a strange game. Strange indeed. Only a first class, but for 6.4k in an AMX 50B on Asia server, first class. Clearly have to do more. I don't think he killed enough. But, I mean, 2 zeros here from the Emil and the AMX 50B didn't really help. The mouse, bless him, did what he could. He was supported by his toon mate in the Jaegeroo, and the Vickers obviously doing what he did. There's the 57. But, yeah, slightly bizarre. And we all need to give Sleeping Lion a hard time. Yes, we do. Sleeping Lion, we're going to give you a hard time. Oh, we've still got 10 minutes. So, another replay. Yeah, Frony, I've got your other replay. Oh, it's Roadblock again, with Sleeping Lion again. This time, Roadblock in a 268 and Sleeping Lion in a T22. So there we go. Doubling up with the Russian meta. So where's he going to stick this Russian flat tank? Traditional spot? Potentially. But he's going to have to fight with the Skoda for it. And he wins. Skoda's had a change of mind. Said, no, I'm not going there. Painful. So, roadblock, nice and high.
Don't worry, Afroni. I've also got another stream tomorrow. Remember, it's not. You know, we've got PYS number 4 again tomorrow. Final stage. Your replay will take place. Hello, T57 Heavy. Take a bit of that. Smacky, smacky. Yeah. 215B. Yeah, I don't think you're in a good spot there, mate. Yeah. Don't think you're in a good spot there. And you got a WZ here as well. I mean, not being funny, when you see, if you go like this, there's an IS-4, T57ME, and a 215B there. When you go up that ramp, okay, guys, and you see a tank next to you lose half its hit points, that sends you a message: don't push further forward. There are big guns looking at us. So retreat. The 215B found out the hard way that you don't push forward in a situation like that. And it is a very harsh lesson to learn. So, just a little tip. When a tank next to you loses half his hit points, it means there are other tanks from the enemy looking in your direction. And they can see you. Now the 57's gone down, and the IS-4 has stayed there, despite the fact that 2 of his big heavy tanks have gone down. Okay, they may have taken out an E100, but they have lost 2 tanks for the price of 1. I would not be in that position if I were him. Dangerous, guys. Dangerous. T30 there. Well, there's not much he can do, really. So it looks like they're going to push him. They're going to push around on the IS-4 and on the T30. And the IS-4 has backed himself into a corner, bless. They're going to be able to get side shots into him, even if as he managed to, yeah, but it's not a great position, as you can see. Somebody just put something into his bottom plate. T30 did a good shot there, though. That was a nice shot by the T30, allowing the Emil to get taken out by the IS-4. The IS-4's still alive. They should have finished him off, really, but they haven't. Nice HE roll, maybe. What about now? No. Oh! Just went over the top. There he goes. Taken out by Sleeping Lion. Well, they've got 2 TDs. Oh, and TVP, that's coming up. Hello, TVP. Maybe a hesh roll into the back deck. Oh, such a low roll. Mainly because he missed the back deck completely and hit the turret. And hit the gun at the same time. Such a shame. But there's a Skoda there as well, and the Skoda likes to be smacked with HE by big TDs. Oh, and there's a WZ 113. T30 is still alive. Interesting push by the green team on that side. Here comes the TVP this time, maybe? Oh, there we go, engine fire. That sort of had that poetic justice for the low roll on the HE. 2 against 4, that's a typical bounce, and another typical bounce here on the object, and down goes the TVP. It's now 3 against 2. Sleeping Lion is in a great position. I'm not going to lie, he is in a great position there. Beautiful position to get to if you've got a nice haul down type tank. Skoda's trying to push him. That's not a good idea. Down he goes to the 268. 4k damage done, just 2 TDs left to deal with. There's one of them. And that was one hell of a smack. But this is going to be a smack back, especially if he angles up like that. Oh, that was the T30, I believe. That was a lovely shot. T30 knows what he's doing. There's a Sleeping Lion saying, don't push! Roadblock says, I won't. I will flank. Sleeping Lion, what are you doing? Hold the position, you muppet. Roadblock, no. I'm still pushing around and flanking. Now I'm going to go up high.
4.5k damage dished out so far. Oh, look at that. They've jumped into the base. WZ has jumped into the base. Sleeping Lion, is he able to get the cross shots in? No. Here comes Roadblock trying to put shots in. Oh, dearie me, is he going to get the gun down? Yes, he is. Is he going to get a shot in? Yes, he is. T30 gets whittled down. Roadblock whittling them down, but Sleeping Lion taking out the WZ. Just the T30 left to go. 5.1k damage dished out here. I think it may be a bit more, don't know. Oh, hello. But the HE will finish him off. Lovely. Still only a first class. However, it was an interesting game again. Yes, it was. So, have we got an invite? Yes, we have. Ba, 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 ba. It's Feast against RN. So we just saw Roadblock and we just saw Sleeping Lion, but I can't see Sleeping Lion. No, I can't. He's not there. So we will have hello here on Winter Malinovka. We will have RN on the south spawn, Feast on the north spawn. Feast have readied up first. We will have Bifrost in an E5, F Silver in a T22, Hidden Surprise in a Mouse, 007 James in an E5, Roadblock in a Kranwagen, Winter Fox in an IS4, and Sugar Magoo, not in a T22 but a Mouse, with Zapak on the bench. Moving over to RN, we have the Dark 6 in an IS4, Hungry Monster in a Kranwagen, I Am Bread Tank in an E5, N Sagittarius in a Kranwagen, T-Back in a Vickers, Zadku in an E5, and The World in an IS4. On the bench, Tommy. There you go. Set to be a good final. Both of these teams are in for tomorrow anyway, so it doesn't really matter to them, to be fair. Oh, I've run out of coffee. Travesty upon travesty upon travesty. Oh, yeah. Just over a minute and a half to go. Do I have enough time to get a coffee? No, I do not. Hazar Masood, hello. How are you? La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Do you like watching Feast and RN battling it out? Just like I like watch HLV in RN and HLV in Feast, and there's too many decent clans now on Asia, which is great for Asia. But it's difficult when you're trying to say who's the favourite, who, you know, if you're a betting person, it's difficult to say. So many good clans up and coming in Asia. There really are. RN have had a disappointed winter season, I must admit. And to be fair, I mean, this is a much better season for them. They had a disappointing autumn, if I remember, as well. But they're certainly back to their winning ways. There's still a bit of sort of strange conundrums going down with them. But, you know, RN are leading at the moment, so they're clearly back to winning ways. Pretty much the same as what we're seeing on EU with Loka. They're coming back to their winning ways as well. Oof. We are going soon. Very soon. Now we go. Here we go. Ba, ba, ba. So. Hit points, well, in favour of Feast. Mainly because of those two mooses. Always does it. Let's get a pie into the back of the map. See what RN are going to do? Well, at the moment we've got T-Back in the Vickers heading down towards the A-cap. He's going to be joined by a couple, I think, with the majority of them looking at this middle area. I'm expecting, well, are we going to expect Sagittarius and Happy Monster to go down the ramp, like we pointed out when we did the flyover? Maybe, maybe not. No, Sagittarius, no, they're just going to hold. Dark 6 is going down there though, so pretty much as we sort of showed in the flyover. Moving over to Feast, well, again, pretty much as we showed you in the flyover, Bifrost heading to the corner, but Winter Fox and James jumping into that cap. The reason being, well, the T22 of F Silver spotted nothing, not a thing. So they know they're not going up. So when you know it's not going up, then you know for a fact you can get the C cap without too much problems. Cap point advantage, however, go to RN, and as you can see, as I said, Dark 6 is flanked all the way around. Now you've got Zadku and Iron Bread Tank on the ramp, pretty much like I was trying to show you when we did the flyover. That's there to reset the caps. Dark 6 carried on his push, he didn't go backwards, which is not a bad idea. Bread Tank and Zadku are the gun depression tanks, so, you know, it's interesting that when you do the flyovers like that, you generally get an understanding of where these guys are going to go. The World, Sagittarius, Hungry Monster are just holding this flank here. Dark 6 is holding the other flank. He does have support with T-back. So RN have got basically the main areas of the map covered, both flanks and the middle. What happens now is, well, it's over to Feast. What are they going to do? We have Sugar Magoo and Hidden Surprise in 2 mouses. But I'm looking at what James is doing here. Are they going to stack up James and Winter Fox, IS4 and E5, coming down the flanks, but they have been spotted. Dark 6 will spot them up there, and that's his job. Now Bread Tank and Zadku are moving out of their position, looking to sort of rotate towards Bifrost. Bifrost is in the danger zone, because, well, basically Bifrost is isolated. Dark 6 is staying down now. RN are going to get farmed a little bit as they push on to Bifrost, but this is a good idea. They're isolating the tank. Bifrost is completely isolated. He is being surrounded, but the world has got to stop him from getting out of there, which he does. Bifrost is now going to go down. He is not long for this game. Down he goes. Zadkunai and Bread Tank pushing right around, trying to get those flanking shots into Sugar Magoo and probably Winter Fox. Sugar Magoo comes round, supported by F Silver and Winter Fox. Zadku now and Bread Tank realistically are in trouble. They are going to be farmed. Down goes Zadku. Bread Tank will be the next on the hit list. Roadblock will come in and finish him off. No, yes he does. World and T-back are pushing on to the mouse, and down goes Hidden Surprise. And at the same time, Dark 6 taking the B cap. However, Sagittarius and Hungry Monster. Hungry Monster is on his long reload. Roadblock will be able to put 2 shots into him for the one coming back. But F Silver's also there. Sagittarius and Hungry Monster are being isolated, but the points are in favour of RN at the moment. But that's the only thing in favour, realistically, because Feast should be able to take down Sagittarius here. Winter Fox should be able to finish him off. No, he doesn't. Sagittarius is, well, there he goes. Finally he goes. Hungry Monster, however, survived that and managed to take down F Silver, which was interesting. So now Feast are on the back foot. 3 against 4. Cap advantage against them. RN are going to get this. They are going to get this on the points. I can't see Feast whittling anybody down. Hungry Monster is the closest one they can get. They do manage to get Hungry Monster down, but RN is still 50 points to the greater good. They do have more hit points. It is 3 on 3, but Winter Fox is being farmed and whittled down here by T-back. Great game by T-back. He should be able to take him out, and it goes to RN. Really good stuff by RN. Can't fault them there. Not to be fair, you cannot fault them. They played that particularly nicely. They isolated Bifrost, found he was isolated, and then rotated their tanks into it, completely segregating the isolated tank, finishing him off. Admittedly, that spurred the mouse and the others into action, but they also got whittled down as well. So really good stuff by RN. Only dishing out a little bit more damage than Feast in the fairness of the game, but it was good. Yeah, what happened to XR? Anyway, back on to Winter Malinovka, game number 2. This time RN are on the north spawn, Feast are on the south spawn. RN have run it up. We have the Dark Six in the IS4, Tommy in an E5, Hungry Monster in a Clan Wagon, I Am Bread Tank in an E5, Sagittarius in the Clan, T-Back in the Vickers, Zadku in the IS4. Moving over to Feast, wow, there's going to be some changes. Bifrost in an E5, F Silver in a Vickers, Hidden Surprise in a Mouse, 007 James in an E5, Roadblock now in an E5, Zipak in a Mouse, and guess what? That's it, Sugar Magoo! It is T22. Feast have got some work to do here. Got to take the battle to RN, got to push it to a decider if they want to take all the cups for the group stage, for Group 1. They are into tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter in that respect, but cups mean a lot. Thing is, I mean, there's 2 PYSs after PYS number 4. Feast at the moment are riding high in 3rd place. Not winning today, the final isn't going to dent their chances of top 8. Let's be honest. So let's have a look at the hit point pool. Well, 400 additional hit points in, well, just over 400 additional hit points to Feast. Again, because those double mouses. Let's get up high into the back. Expecting a completely different strat from RN this time, and it is a completely different strat. This time they're heading all the way up to the C cap. Sugar Magoo, by looks of it, is heading towards the A cap. No, he's going out. Yeah, he is going to the A cap. He's going to have a look at those spots. Bifrost is there in support. Nothing's been spotted. Vickers of F Silver is very far forward. That is an interesting one. Not seen that before, so that's nice. Zapak in the Mouse is just overlooking where I showed you the other Mouse of Hidden Surprises in this area. So A cap will be taken by Feast. C cap will be taken by RN. Zepak now has had to turn around just to look at that C cap. He's got James in support. So this is a full-on C strat for RN. Roadblock is just supporting just behind Zepak as well. Hidden Surprise. All their guns are pointing towards that area, expecting them to come through. That's a good shot from Roadblock, I believe. Straight into... I mean, Dark Six is trying to angle up there, but it went into the Grand Wagon and Sagittarius. Oh, T-Back in the Vickers, sorry. No, it was the Grand Wagon and Sagittarius just behind the Vickers. That is a very good shot from this position. Shots going across. Great shot into Zipak there from Dark Six into the bottom plate. Hungry Monster in the Grand Wagon looking to come round, but James has got that covered here. So, backed into a corner slightly are RN. If they try to push down here, then let's get up to see what RN can see, and you'll understand the concern. So RN are backed into this corner at this moment in time. Sugar Magoo is trying to get the spot. We have 4 tanks, 2 mouses, 2 E5s for Feast covering this flank. We have F Silver and the Vickers and Bifrost just covering the B cap. Sugar Magoo trying to get the spots over. Now, RN have got a choice. Either they push down a flank or they get the B cap. Well, to be fair though, they're not the ones who need to make the move here. The move needs to be made by Feast. So what are Feast going to do? Are they going to stack their tanks up along here or not? Now RN, either way, they're looking to basically stop anything coming down either flank and anything going into the B cap. They can rotate quite easily from this position, the Vickers and the E5. If they drop the speed boost of the Crown Wagons, they can also do it. The only danger tank is realistically Dark Six. He can't rotate that quickly in an IS4. Bread Tank is doing a grand job of keeping Sugar Magoo's head down. And Zadku's doing another great job. Hidden Surprise, however, jumps in. He's going to grab the B cap. Now Feast will take the advantage. This will now switch on to what are RN going to do. So you can see RN are now pushing down into Sugar Magoo. Sugar Magoo is the target here. Can they take him out? He's in a very, very quick tank. Now if they chase round and down with Sugar Magoo, then F Silver and Bifrost will spring into action as well. I Am Bread Tank here is getting farmed a little bit. He's trying to put shots into that mouse, but it's not going to happen. Sugar Magoo is trying to drag them down. Oh, that's a great shot from Bifrost into Bread Tank. So now we've got the IS-4s pushing in onto Hidden Surprise. They are almost, well, they are 100 points behind. Zadku and Dart 6 pushing into Hidden Surprise. The Kranwagen's also coming down now. Hidden Surprise should go down here. Yes, he does. Now they've got Zipak and Roadblock to contend with. James is rotating in as well. Dark 6 is very worse for wear. Zepak is trying to push down onto that. Tommy is going to push onto F Silver to make... Oh, down goes Dark 6. Tommy was trying to make sure that the Vickers of F Silver doesn't get any. Zadaku pushing up forward. However, Zepak goes down as well. Can they deal a blow here? Feast have got the points. It's going to go to Feast unless they can get rid of a tank. But I can't really see where they're getting rid of the tank unless they can get rid of Vickers of F Silver, which Tommy is trying desperately to do. But Feast get it on the points. Good stuff by F Silver. And there you go. So, we take it to the decider on Faust. That was crucial for Mouses jumping into that B cap, taking the victory to Feast realistically. It was a good move by RN, but they by allowing, basically by allowing Hidden Surprise to get into the B cap almost unmolested, put them on the back foot a little bit, and probably cost them the game. Not their fault. The Mouse of Hidden Surprise was being covered by two other tanks. They would have lost a shed load of hit points if they would have moved too soon. They were under the impression that hopefully they were going to get Sugar Magoo down in the T-22, but it wasn't to be. So we're going to ready up here. Feast now on the north spawn here on Faust, and RN on the south spawn. We will have Bifrost in an E5, F Silver in a T-22, Hidden Surprise in the IS-4, 007 James in the E5, Roadblock in the IS-4, Zipak in the Kranwagen, and Sugar Magoo again in the T-22. Moving over to RN, we have the Dark 6 in a Kranwagen, Tommy in an E5, I Am Bread Tank in an E5, Sagittarius in a Kranwagen, T-Back in a T-22, Zadku in a Kranwagen, and The World in a Kranwagen. So it's even Stevens as we go into this decider here for the final on Asia. For the group stage, Group 1, prove your skill number 4. As I say, both teams are into tomorrow. This is just about capping, about cups, nothing else. It's all about the cap. It's all about the cups at this stage. So that's what we're looking to see. Excuse me when I yawn. It's very, very, very unprofessional of me. I'm very sorry. So, Faust, always a tricky map. So, such a big map, so many options. Do you go up? Do you go down? Always a tricky one. But we will find out what the score is in short shrift. So let's get a pie into the back of the map. As you can see, hit points, wow, next to nothing in it really. It's like 60. So, RN, what are they looking for here? Well, it looks like they're going up the ramps, apart from World and Sagittarius in their Kranwagens. Looking over at Feast, well, you know, F Silver fast capping the C cap. Sugar Magoo is looking to go up north to the A cap. Hidden Surprise, well, he's not going into the bush. He's looking like he wants to try and fast cap, potentially the B cap. Sagittarius and the World are overlooking that just in case. So, advantage going to Feast on the bases. Now, the rest of our RN are pushing through quite aggressively towards the C cap. There goes Hidden Surprise, and they are going to push down on the Kranwagens. They're not even looking. They're going to be supported by Sugar Magoo and Bifrost. They're looking to get these two Kranwagens out. Sugar Magoo comes in, Roadblock and Hidden Surprise. Bifrost now coming in as well. These two Kranwagens of the World and Sagittarius are in a world of pain. Oh, Sagittarius just managing to get out. Dark 6 is coming around to help out. 1200 into the World there. He is just getting focused massively. Sagittarius got safe, so is the world. Now, what's going to happen here? Are they going to push down onto Dark 6 and try and get him out? Well, Bifrost goes round to the world. Yes, they are. The world is being focused. Seth Silver's coming around in the T22. He's going to try and put shots into the world as well. Hidden Surprise is down, though, in the IS-4. We didn't see that. Sorry about that, but I'm focusing on this argument here. A bit of aggro. Down he goes. So, he's down. Sagittarius is down. Tommy is down. We've got T-Back in the T22 coming around, but Zadku is being focused here. Zepak is a danger to... is dangerously low. James, however, and Sugar Magoo, they're looking to push onto the T22 rather than the Kranwagen, and that's exactly what they're doing. Was it a Kranwagen? No, yeah, it is a Kranwagen. So T22 here is looking to be whittled down to next to nothing. We will lose Zepak, I would have thought. Zepak probably won't survive that with the Kranwagen. He's also in a Kranwagen, but he may not. Oh, down goes F Silver. No, Bifrost, sorry. They haven't been able to deal with T-Back here. That's going to be disappointing for them. Roadblock now, toying with the Dark 6 in the Kranwagen. T-Back finally goes down. It's 2 against too many. Feast should have this, unless something bizarre and strange happens. Dark 6 is really doing well here. Zadku is also doing well. He hasn't taken out Zepak though. Down goes F Silver. So Dark 6 is really holding his own here. I want to see his damage count. His mobility is very nice. He's giving them a hard time. Dark 6 is still giving them a hard time. Zadku here has played really well in this Kranwagen. He's been toying with Zepak. Finally, down goes Dark 6. Zadku is the last man standing. It's going to go to Feast. Either way, poor old Zadku can't hold this, and the points are against them. Everything's against them now. James should be able to finish him off, but it's not Sugar Magoo. Sugar Magoo tries to finish him off. Down he goes, courtesy of Zapak. Actually, what more can you do? Feast really turning it around. Fantastic stuff by Feast. They take today's final here on Pre-West number 1 group stage for group number 1. Commiserations to RN, but they don't really care. They're riding high, and they will be into tomorrow in any event. Let's have a look at the other games that were going on out there, if we can. So we already know on the that Feast win that final. What about GV and ECG? Well, GV losing to ECG. So congratulations to ECG, commiserations to GV. Moving down to Group 2, we had ENT against E7. They're still out there. And we had Durr against HLV. And HLV turned over Durr 2-1. So we're just waiting for that one result, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you, because they all go into tomorrow anyway. Oh, look, I got a message. Hello, Zengpang. How you doing? So, that's it, realistically, for today. I'm going to open a container before I go, because I've got a few containers to open. Boosters! What else do we get? Boosters! And an avatar. And what else did we get? Boosters! Lovely. So, rewards, Tanashik. The only reward you will get is my lovely, friendly, laid-back demeanour and the amazing gameplay from the clans. What else do you need? Trust me, those are much better than getting an avatar that looks like a trumpet and a couple of boosters. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I am back later on EU, where I will be following Endgame, and then even later on NA, where we're following Rain. Back on Asia tomorrow, where again we'll be going out with RN. Until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Whatever day you are in, Thursday, Friday, I don't know, or maybe even Wednesday if you're in America. And I'll catch you all again soon, no doubt. Big thank you to the mods for keeping the chat a lovely, happy, relaxed and chilled place so you can all enjoy it. And until the next time, guys, stay safe out there and happy tanking. Bye for now.